Hey everyone, welcome back to Drinking Games.
Hello, it has been a couple of fortnights.
A
lot of fortnights.
We are joined by our good friend...
Christopher is here.
Yeah.
Hi. Ooh, that's a good one. I might change my YouTube channel.
Alright, so,
if
you're watching this in the near future, his YouTube channel is...
Right now it is Sonnenschein, but it might be Christopher because that is pretty good.
Do you want to enunciate? I don't know if any of our viewers speak German.
If you would like, I can just spell it for you.
It's probably better.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, it's Sonnenscheint.
Okay.
Do you speak German?
I failed 3 years of it in high school.
Proud of you.
Love the enthusiasm.
The other night, actually, I had a dream where I was sitting around a table with all of my old high school teachers, as if I was in high school, and my German teacher, was speaking to all of my other teachers in the stream and said, yeah, you know, I've just been bringing Chris back every single year for German class. He doesn't get any better any year, but you know, I just really want him back next year. And all the other teachers are just sitting there like, why? He doesn't do anything. He keeps failing.
They don't play along. They're not like, oh yeah, he's a sweetheart. Every other teacher's like, oh, this kid's an asshole.
No, specifically for her class. I was an angel in all of the other classes. They just know I failed German because I'm terrible at German.
Well, who's not?
German?
Got me there.
Have you ever heard a German speak German? I don't think they were doing it right either.
Yeah, well, now that we've spent a minute and a half talking about that, we should talk about this for a minute. So the reason that we stopped updating was because I got my hand stuck in the proverbial pickle jar and recorded a file that was too big to open, despite my numerous attempts to do so. So it really just created a continuity error that we kind of couldn't figure out what to do. Then based on scheduling things as well, it just became not feasible for a while. But we're back, and we're gonna play Skyrim.
The hand is out of the pickle jar.
We've smashed the pickle jar, and we got some glassy pickles, but we're back.
So I personally think the best class that we should choose is a pyromancer. Because it does have the fire capabilities.
I think that's a good way to do that. I'm a big fan of Deprived.
That is a pretty good class,
yes.
Even though it's not actually a class.
See, I like to play as Brick.
Yeah. So, you're probably thinking, these guys, they sure do know a lot about Skyrim. And you would be right, because Ryan and I guess, cumulatively...
A collective 42 years of in-game time,
probably.
You know, that sounds totally physically possible.
I mean, honestly, though...
time is a circle.
Okay, well, I learned something. But Ryan has done everything but complete... Like, literally everything but complete the main story.
I have also never completed the Crown of Baron Zaya.
Yeah, well, who has? Actually, I have, and it's not worth it.
I think I'll do it for my pirate playthrough that I'm going to get into eventually. But
no, I think this is the playthrough to do that.
Good enough.
Yeah.
No,
not at all.
Is that the
no
one
promises.
where you get all of those unusual gems?
Yep.
Yeah, you just have to look up the locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in the old days, you had to get an encyclopedia or something.
Back in the old days, before internet and video games were a thing, you had to...
This game is from 2011, so actually, no, I believe you could have looked it up even from the get-go.
Yep.
Just realizing that now.
That said, I think this is the playthrough where you're going to see the end of Skyrim. You're going to complete the storyline. Oh, hey, we can look around. Hey, dude.
Doesn't this look so much
Yo,
prettier?
aren't you the High King of Skyrim?
No, he killed the High King of...
Ulfric Stormcloak is the rightful true High King of Skyrim.
As Ulfric Stormcloak once said...
Ulfric, it's you!
For anyone that's interested, I do very good celebrity impersonations.
Also, you know... No matter which side you choose to be on, Ulfric is the coolest character in Skyrim.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
I've killed Ulfric as an Imperial, and I just got more respect for him with his dying words and everything. Like he's the man.
Yeah, and that's not like the Stormcloaks aren't necessarily better for Skyrim, but
no.
But Ulfric as a dude is just the best dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really the best, but the coolest dude.
See,
I mean, there's
he's got a
some
heart
pretty
of gold.
cool characters
does.
in this game. I wouldn't say Ulfric is the best. There's definitely some better characters.
I don't think that's true.
Like who?
Well, if you gave me more time to
Oh, okay. You know what? Clavicus Vile. I mean, he's a god, so like if that
Yeah.
even counts.
No,
don't know
no,
if it
gods
does.
don't count.
No,
I
see,
wouldn't
then
say
Ulfric.
gods counted.
Yeah, Ulfric's speech when you take over.
Okay, but what about that chick in the
Why
back
is
with
this
the
man's
basket?
face covered in blood? Oh, okay, that was just the
Like,
light.
look
I
at the
would've
woman
loved
with the
that.
basket. I think she's the coolest character in the game.
I think you might be right. What's her story? Gets killed by a dragon? I want to know more about her.
I mean,
Alright.
sounds about right.
Yep. So we have put a little pre-pro into which character we're doing, but we haven't actually like tried to sculpt him yet. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a real treat.
Did we tell Chris about him?
I
I didn't.
mentioned very briefly.
Very briefly.
So we're going to talk about the imposed rules as we're sculpting this masterpiece.
Oh, please
But,
tell me this is going to be one of those first episode of a series where the entire first episode is dedicated to character creation, because I love
I don't
those.
think the entire episode.
So much.
If you like that, we certainly have a great Fallout 4 character creation video.
I
Oh,
genuinely
Nehemiah.
don't like character creation.
Okay.
Whenever I start a new game, and any game that allows character creation, I just go with the most basic, unless I'm feeling very special.
That actually works well because Joey and I have it down to a science,
Yeah.
so that won't impede our flow,
Yeah.
and we can just do that part for you. then.
Exactly.
Awesome.
We're gonna try not to take too long because we'd like to get right into the meat of it.
No, but I think we have a pretty good idea of what we're
Yeah,
looking for.
I think so, and I think we're going to disagree on some things, but I think we're going to work it out quickly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would
feel
definitely like to
I
throw
would
in
like
some stuff
to-
every once in a while,
Oh,
too.
of course.
So Joey, I think you could probably get a good base going, right? Like
Yeah.
if you want to like just get him
Just a
started
base.
off. while I explain to Chris the stat allocation and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, no, we can start with that. That's chill.
So one thing, we're going to just currency isn't in this playthrough. We don't buy or sell anything. We don't pick up gold. It means nothing to us.
I mean, we're probably going to pick up gold just based on instinct and a habit, but
Yeah.
like we're going to try our best not to, and we are going to literally buy nothing.
Or what
yeah.
you could do is, the second you pick up gold,
That's true,
just
drop
go through
it.
your inventory, drop
Yeah.
it. If you see that you
No,
have like
that's-
200 gold when you get back to your house or your location, you can just drop it in your
Right.
chest.
There's not going to be a house though. Bedroll to bedroll.
Oh right, you can't
Yeah.
buy a house because you can't
No
buy
money.
anything. But
Um,
if you became a member of the companions, you can use the chests in their room.
yeah.
That I mean,
I
we
mean-
are becoming a member of the companions, but I don't know if that's what we're trying to do. We're not a hoarder. We're very lean.
Yeah, and so
oh
with the
man,
skills
that
for
is
this,
lean.
this is
If there's one thing that this woman says, it's lean.
this was partially inspired by the first playthrough of Skyrim that I did, where I didn't know how to allocate skill points.
I think this is our starting guy, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So I would put points in both one-handed and two-handed, which is a little redundant. But what we're gonna do is one-handed and two-handed, and light armor and heavy armor. And because
Nice.
we're only scavenging, so Jesus Christ, this start.
I
Right?
really like where it's going so far.
I'm really happy with it.
So anytime we find anything, like if it's better than what we have, we pick it up and use it. So like, oh, this longsword is pretty good. Oh, just got this mace that's like proportionally better, so I guess we're taking a mace instead.
This does 2 more damage. This is our weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is smithing a thing that's going to happen in this playthrough as well?
Kind of. But we're not going to be able to grind, so it's going to be a very passive thing if we're going to do it at all.
Alright, how about this? Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Let's say you pick up an ebony ingot, and you have leather on you. Just create an ebony dagger. Just cuz. I mean, it might be
I
a
mean-
stronger weapon, it might not be.
That's a really gross war paint with that skin tone.
I'm really-
And,
I think
yeah,
it adds to it.
Yeah, it definitely works.
Thank
See,
you.
There's one thing that I was always taught in art classes. If you really want colors to pop, you just add in a little bit of their opposite color.
Yeah. I mean, my whole life is based on that philosophy.
Yeah, power clashing, as
Yeah.
you call it.
I mean, that's as my local priest calls it, actually. I'm just quoting. Quoting it.
You're quoting your local priest?
Yeah, don't you?
I mean, I don't have a priest.
Oh, well.
I personally am of the Pastafarian religion.
Folks,
Oh, you're
I
one
am,
of those.
Folks, I am sorry for bringing a godless heathen on our show. We usually promote wholesome Christian values, and we just straight didn't know. So I'm
The
sorry.
name of your channel is Drinking Games.
Yeah,
What about
and
that
as
is
I
wholesome
learned
and
recently from my school minister, I don't know if you guys know this, but I go to a religious institute
Oh yeah, of course.
called Penn State. Yeah, apparently drinking isn't a sin, but underage drinking and getting drunk are. So luckily,
Yeah.
none of us have ever done any of those things.
yeah, exactly.
Of course.
I
actually am straight edge.
Oh, you're one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, Jesus' blood was wine, so it's kind of bad taste to be straight edge.
Well, it's a good thing I also don't drink Jesus' blood.
Yeah, that's barbaric.
Are you
Yeah.
calling me a vampire? Because I'm not. Especially not a cannibal. I am not a cannibal. I just want that on video.
You know who is a cannibal, though? Wood elves.
Yep.
I like where he's going.
They revere nature, and so they are forbidden from eating plants, so they just only eat meat, even each other.
Okay. I like that. I like eating only meat. I'm a
Me
big
too.
fan of the sausage
I really like red
in
meat.
my mouth.
Yeah. I've never eaten human. I absolutely would.
Yeah, okay, there's an interesting point. Would you eat a dog?
Yes.
Really?
If
Survival
I-
scenario.
Survival scenario, maybe.
Not even survival scenario. Let's say what if alright, so I'm gonna lay a situation on you real quick.
Okay.
You are in your house and someone comes over because you're having a barbecue and he's like, hey, I brought this meat over, it's steak, and you're like, great, I'm gonna eat this steak, and you eat it and it's the greatest steak you've ever eaten in your entire life, and then he walks up to you and he goes, that was your dog you just ate,
I would
kill
probably-
that man.
I'd probably kill him, yeah.
but it was your dog
I'd
from
eat that man.
7 years ago.
That's even
That's
worse.
still my dog.
That's
That's the
worse.
same dog. Max is like 8 years old. That's more tender Max.
No, like, let's say your dog went missing 7 years
That's
ago.
worse.
That's the worst closure I've ever heard. Oh, and by the way, I want to clarify. So, survival scenario. The dog was hostile or already
Yeah.
in great pain. 'Cause,
Okay.
Like, if I find a dog and I'm in a survival snenario, I'll starve with the dog.
Exactly.
Unless it's trying to attack me or it needs to be put out of its misery, then maybe I would eat it after I do
So
that.
I just want to say that I'm really proud of how much like an orc I made this wood elf look.
That is
not,
pretty good.
Like, there should be an achievement for that. Or a high school superlative, at least.
Yes,
What would the name of that achievement be?
Malekathiest Wood Elf.
I like it.
I'm a fan. Why does it have to be wood elf specifically, though?
Oh, because
I know
wood
that
elves
you're a
are
wood
very
elf right
feminine.
now, but
Oh, well, I was going to say because Skyrim is anything but a post-racial society, and so they still see things in such archaic terms.
I mean, I was gonna say, like,
Kinda
what if
do
you
that,
make a
yeah.
orc look like a wood elf, or if you make a Nord look like a Khajiit?
Nord look
that-
like a Khajiit. That is a medical condition. Hyperdryos. No, that's sweat.
Hypertrichosis.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm using my. I'm finally using my cosmetology degree.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Um.
That's actually, like, we joke about a lot of things, but I am a licensed cosmetologist who is not doing hair.
Speaking of which, I do have a genuine question for you
Yeah.
about my hair. Would you recommend I continue growing this out without cutting it anymore, or would you recommend I cut the top to a little bit longer than the sides and back?
We
What
should
you gotta
talk
do-
about that in a visual medium.
Yeah.
So we'll
Fair.
get to that.
Here, I'll take a picture of my...
No, it's not gonna make it to the video, I promise you.
What if I take a selfie and I send it to you, and you just throw it in as a still, like,
I will not.
over to the right-hand
Chris,
corner?
I have the answer for you. Said and done right now. Just wear a bandana.
That's true.
You see, I started doing that, and then I realized I hated bandanas.
Ah. Does this offend you?
I hate bandanas on me.
And see, Joey, what I like is that that's not a sight gag, because in every picture of me that's ever been on drinking games, I'm wearing a bandana.
So I think this is our boy.
I'm a fan. I like him.
Are we good with
Yeah.
this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I can hit done?
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
how his skin is like 7 shades darker than the entire, or his face is like 7 shades darker than the entire rest of his body.
Oh yeah, he's been out in the sun.
He's a dirty boy.
I wouldn't say he's a dirty boy. You know what I would say is he's El Superbeasto.
Oh,
Joe, do you mind if I put a little bit of my Latin heat on that?
Okay, what would you like?
No, I mean just the pronunciation.
Yeah,
El Superbeasto!
that was beautiful. Ah shit, I did Super Beast. Oh no! Oh no!
Is there a joke backwards in time 20 seconds mod?
No. Okay, well, we're guys.
how did you fuck up a menu?
Because you have to hit R2 to be done, and that's the dumbest thing because I accidentally just slid on the trigger.
Okay, Joey.
Yeah,
After someone says your name, just punch them in the gut so they go, oh!
yeah, exactly. I mean, no one's going to say my name because it's Skyrim, so no one refers to me as El Superbeasto anyway. That's just a name I call myself, and I think that's fine. I won't give my name to anyone. My name is El Superbeasto. It's just, look, they caught me crossing the border, right? So the paperwork that they have says El Superbeast, but that's like an Ellis Island fuck up. So
I thought you were going to say it's a very lazy alias.
You see, I actually understand that completely because my name is so long that when it's written out in full, usually it ends up being Christoph Worthington.
yeah, see, there we go. It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
But like it's Ellis Island was big on that they'd give people the wrong names accidentally. You know? I feel like
Well, a lot of it
I
was
feel
like to
like-
make it seem less threatening and foreign.
I mean that's true, but a lot of it was also just clerical error.
Yeah, it's true.
So I feel like Ellis Island had a lot better paperwork than Helgen. So I think we're good. I think it's okay.
The
Yeah, I think
beacon
that's
of
pretty
prosperity for all the other nations of Tamriel, Helgen.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it really matters that much because you are about to be beheaded.
Oh, that's true. And there's no way
Oh,
I'm
I
getting
forgot
out
that's
of
how
this.
this game ended. Through my
It's a
42
very-
years of playing,
It's a
I forgot.
very short game. Sorry, guys.
Man, Dark Souls has gotten weird.
Dark Souls has gotten weird. I
Like-
mean, they say that, you know, you die very quickly in Dark Souls, and that's because you're immediately beheaded. You make your character, and that's it. That's the game.
Good
like-
job.
I feel like a really futuristic dress-up game.
Yes, exactly.
Like, if dress-up games were still a thing, this is the logical progression of what they would be like now.
Yes.
As if I don't still spend all of my free time playing Barbie dress up online.
Oh,
see,
you
I
have the
don't-
online PvP version?
Of course, who doesn't have that?
I mean, I guess I do
Holy
some-
fuck, it's a dragon.
I guess I do something similar, but it's with cam girls. Cam girls watch me dress in clothing.
Cam girls watch you?
Yeah. who do they cam
After
girls
becoming a
watch?
cosmetologist, he got a license in reverse psychology. So really, he's a cam grifter, is what they call him.
That is what they call me.
Cam grifter.
Cam grifter. I can't say I've ever heard of a cam grifter before.
Joey invented the profession.
Yep.
Could you have?
Exactly.
You've known him for barely more than a month.
That is
You
very
gotta watch out
true.
for this. I just remembered, like years ago, we had an exterminator come because my dad thought we had termites, but it turns out they were ants. You know, those things that don't look or sound or smell like termites.
Well, you know that
How do
ants
you
and
know what an
termites are
ant or a
constantly
termite
at
smells
war.
like?
Gotta get real familiar, Chris.
Haven't you seen the movie Ants?
I have. 1-0
No.
we win. Greatest victory sign ever. Why is that movie that we're both seeing?
That's a very good question.
I was really into the 4 seconds where that movie was communist propaganda.
Yep.
If you remember that.
If you're into communist propaganda, you
Always.
should watch the Lego movie.
I did.
That-
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
More of a capitalist metaphor than a communist metaphor.
Well, those are opposites, and I very much like one and not very much the other.
You know, that is true. Would you say the Lego movie is more capitalist or communist?
Fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that,
wins.
yeah.
You
It is a
will
pretty
only find meaning through your work.
And the
Following
entire
everything.
thing,
Yeah.
the entire system is entirely built by one man, one
Yeah.
white man.
See,
That
that's
is
the
very
thing.
true.
He is the creator of this nation. So this exterminator comes because we had ants.
Ryan,
Alright.
is this a quick story or a long story?
Quick story.
Okay, cool.
And so, I had pointed some out, like, oh, hey, more ants. And he's like, yeah, you see those outside from time to time. And he wasn't being a dick. He was, as an exterminator, yeah, you get those from time to time outside. But do tell me more about your profession, sir.
I've never seen an ant outside. Would you like to continue? I'm very sorry. I just,
Oh, that's something. Luckily I probably have a bunch of napkins in here.
I'm pretty sure you did the same thing about 6 nights ago, though.
I don't think I spilled. I think I just almost died of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure instead of,
Okay, just use this sock.
I'm pretty sure instead of alcohol, it was just straight up vomit.
Okay, where is that? Oh, there it is, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you just need to kill,
Joseph, I don't know what Chris is talking about because I was a sharpshooter. I was told by other sources that I did not miss the bucket once.
Nice.
I thought it was an accomplishment.
Okay. I should say you did not miss the bucket once. But when you ended up vomiting in the bucket, you ended up tilting the bucket in such a way that your vomit juices got all over the delicious egg sandwiches your father made us.
Why did he make egg sandwiches for a vomiting man?
Because he wasn't vomiting before he made them.
Well, Joey, the way that I was relayed this, and also kind of the way that my memory goes, is that I was having a good time, and then I was buzzed, and then I was slurring like Charlie when he drank 106 beers to beat Wade Boggs.
Alright, well,
And
here's
then,
the thing.
And then I was nearly dead.
Hey, Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan, we're out of time.
Ah.
So thank you for watching our vague conversation about vomit and drinking.
I feel like there was more than that.
There is. Next
Thank
week.
you for watching our triumphant return. So stay tuned. We'll be doing many more things, I'm sure. Maybe not. We're working on it.
Hasta una semana.
Stop.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Look at
slick.
this man.
That is what I
Oh.
call a hero. Oh, I'd
Yeah.
like to say, I made it a point again to wear match socks to your house.
I had an edible about an hour ago.
Do we want to be a shield boy? I don't think we want to be a shield boy.
Yo, El Superbeast is not a shield boy.
It's not a shield. 2 weapons, man.